Well, hi, Lizzie. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, thank you, darling. Yes, this is when the British say to America, "You're welcome."
I was just gonna ask, do you even I mean, I know that the UK does not have Thanksgiving as a holiday, but because you are an international superstar, I was wondering if you celebrated Thanksgiving, and I guess it's kind of like a good riddance.
Ah, not to all of you.
Yeah.
We like we like some of you.
Oh, that's right. That's on the 4th of July that you have Good Riddance Day.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's the year. Thanksgiving. Now, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. We certainly have. We copy a Thanksgiving meal in this house, and it's usually the same as what we'd have in England with the roast lunch, really. So, but funny enough, I was talking to the kids today about what we're thankful for and what we're not thankful for, and no, things are pretty good. So I'm thankful to be here talking to you.
Where
That's
did
what
I
I'm
rank?
thankful for.
Where did I rank on the level? Was I number two? I know I wasn't number one, but two, three? Did I make the top five?
It was a very long list.
Oh, okay. Did I make the top five? How about number six? I'm number six at Oasis for the year. So I don't mind being number six in the Hamilton household.
You're nearly there. You're
Oh,
so close. You're
that is
so
just
close.
what am I top 10?
Of what? Define top.
In the top 10 of things to be thankful for in the Hamilton
You
household.
are, Dave. How could you be anything less than 10? Of course,
That's
you're in the
right,
top.
exactly. It's funny though, because we have now been in Barcelona here for a year.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's gone so
No,
fast.
really. And my German memories, the German
The Germans,
the
yes.
time in
The
Germany.
Berlin misses you.
Yes. Well, it's really faded from my psyche, and it's kind of incredible. I mean, I was there for 23 years.
In
And
Berlin or in Germany?
in Germany in general, because it was like 10 years in the Rhine mine between, Frankfurt and Braunfels. Then it was 3 years up in Warnemünde, almost four, and then
One of
10
my
years
favorite
in
places.
Berlin.
Yeah.
And it was such a big part of my life. But it's funny, it's only been a year here in Barcelona, and I don't really think about it that often.
That's what I mean. I was about to say I mean, you guys left. I mean, it was literally obviously you might have to edit this piece out, but it's like you let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. You were just like, see ya.
They're like,
Bye.
bye, gotta go.
I'm going to Barcelona.
Yes. Dankeschön, auf Wiedersehen. But the thing is, the reason I brought it up though is because, Germany, we have our Erntedankfest. I mean, we don't do a turkey dinner kind of thing, but they still have that kind of day of thanks, which is the closest thing I could come to when I was living in Germany that was anything near Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But it's funny because we will be celebrating not on Thursday like all the Americans do. We will actually celebrate on Friday. And we're going to John and Francie's house. And Francie got a turkey. She's very excited.
Oh, did you? You found turkey in Barcelona?
It's not so easy to get full birds. You have to order them. So like right now they're
in Germany.
Yeah.
It's the same in Germany. In fact, funnily enough, I got my turkey for Christmas yesterday.
Terry will order his at Campo. He said they would take orders for Christmas starting December 1st. So it was very happy to find that. And
you're right, it's all about pieces. It's not about the full thing.
Exactly. So she was very excited that she got a turkey, and so
she cook it though.
She's done them before. She's doing the turkey. She's going to do stuffing. She's going to do John's family stuffing recipe, which has sounded lovely. She was telling me about it. It has like chestnuts and stuff. And Terry's going to make Brussels sprouts.
Love
some kind of Brussels sprout thing. another family, they're making something as well. But Francie was saying that it's funny because all of the foreigners are doing the cooking for we Americans so that we
Yeah.
can touch them. Which actually brings me to my topic.
Yes.
So you are on a lot of ships. Like, I don't think a lot of people know this, but you don't only entertain on river cruises. Let me rephrase this. I don't think a lot of the people in my River Cruise King DNA Tours world know that you entertain on other vessels besides river cruises. You also do sea cruises, right?
Absolutely. In fact, I just got back. Am I allowed to mention the company?
Well, yes. You not only are you allowed, it is encouraged because I think
I work a lot for. Sorry, I
no,
work
I
a lot
was
for.
thinking, you're on so many ships, so I want to hear about them.
Okay, so I just got back from the Mediterranean, which I have to say, my favorite time of the year in the Mediterranean is between middle of September and middle of November.
Amen.
The is always lovely. Chillier, obviously, this time of year, but it's always the sun's always out, and it's a beautiful time of the year to visit the Mediterranean, and it's not so busy as well. There were very few ships in, which is always nice because in the middle of summer, as you know, if you go to Santorini or to Mykonos, there's like 100 ships in,
and not just that, it's hot as Hades. I mean,
it's awful.
I was just when Terry and I did Seabourn earlier this year. I came back and I thought, all right, I have to do a whole segment of do not go to the Mediterranean in July, August. It is just too hot. You can't do anything.
Crazy
so,
time. Exactly.
So you were on, I think, Oceania, right?
I was on Oceania, and it's just such a lovely cruise line. They are relaxed without being laid back, if you know what I mean. There's still an element of, well, the service is fantastic, the food is fantastic, but it's you walk around the vessel, everybody's so friendly, including the crew, and and they don't have to be super nice to me because I'm working on there. They have a choice. No, honestly, and because everybody's so open and willing to make new friends and be part of the experience, it's just wonderful. I loved it, and a beautiful ports of call. Unfortunately, we had to miss Livorno because Mother Nature's a little bit angry in the Mediterranean right now. But the alternative was La Spezia, which is gorgeous. Livorno is a bit like a freighter port, because that's the gateway for Pisa and Florence. Right. But La Spezia is so sweet, and I was like, no, I can think of worse places to be right now.
It's like Italy here, Italy there. I mean,
there's a little bit of Italy in everyone.
So you were What else? What other lines were you on this year? Singing?
This year, so Oceania Regent, I was on Princess. Princess, of course, a bit like Celebrity and Royal. They've got these massive ships, but not at one point did I feel that I was overwhelmed by it. I was incredibly impressed by the service on Princess. My cabin was lovely. The crew were lovely. I mean, and especially when you're dealing with I think there's 3,800 on I think it was the Emerald I was on.
I remember you were on the Emerald. Yeah.
Yeah, it was lovely. It was lovely. So, and I worked for Viking as well, the ocean cruises.
We're doing our first Viking Ocean in May. And I'm really excited.
It is lovely. You're just going to be blown away.
Call your agent, get on our sailing. We're boarding May 25th in Bergen, sailing to Reykjavik. So call your agent and get
Reykjavik.
Booked. Yeah, we're going to Iceland.
Good luck with that.
Right. I know, right?
You do know there's a little thing going bubbling right now. There's
there's always something.
There's always something. When Mother Nature is angry, she's really angry, and what are you going to do? Eric
and I were talking about it. I'm sorry, there's a little delay. Eric and I were talking about it yesterday. We're like, can you just blow already and get it over with so everything is calm and back to normal?
Funny story. Do you know when we had the ash cloud from Iceland?
Yes, I do, actually. I was on a Princess ship when we had the ash cloud. I was on the Grand Princess years and years and years ago.
Years ago. Well, I was on Azamara.
Oh, wow.
And it was my wedding anniversary when I was married to the past Mr.
The
whatever.
German. The
Yeah,
German.
Mr. German, the German. Anyway, and so the ash cloud hit, and of course all the flights were cancelled, and I was going west. I was going away from the ash cloud. I needed to get to be in Italy because my then husband was going to drive down and meet me so we could have our anniversary together. But I'm looking how to get from the Azores, which is where we were, in Ponta Delgada. Ponta Delgada. I needed to get anyway. So I can't remember which way. It doesn't matter. So I'm at the bar with my friend Glenn, who's a comedian who was. You've never seen such a sad comedian in your entire life. He was trying to find a flight, and the cheapest flight he could get was $15,000.
That's crazy, right? Well, you know what? That's a good reason to have travel insurance.
Exactly. That's my point. Anyway, so I then go to the cruise director's office and we open up the map and I go, right, where can I fly to? And my friend Tony, who was a cruise director, he said, Azerbaijan. I went, right, if you can't pronounce it, I'm not flying to it. And anything that ends in a stan, you can just forget. Yeah. I said, I would rather swim. I'm going to swim. Eventually, I did. I got there and it was fine. But poor old Glenn sat there at the bar just going, I'm going to be here forever. I'm never going home.
Well, I mean, listen, we're adaptable. And
yeah, exactly.
The thing about the cruise lines is if this port's not working, they always find another one.
And exactly. There's always plan B. And sometimes plan B works out to be better than plan A.
Absolutely. And these days, I'm just excited to be on the different ships. Where they go is lovely. And, I'll do stuff and I'm going to have a good time. But
Same here.
I'm not so invested that if I don't go to a certain place, my feeling is I'll go there the next time. And
exactly.
Maybe that's the luxury.
That's the whole point of traveling.
Right.
Traveling should be an adventure. It should be an experience. And, the whole point of traveling is if when things go wrong, you make the best of it. You make the most of it. And I mean, I'm doing that right now. Am I allowed to talk about the high water?
Yes, do.
Yeah. So I'm literally, while we're talking, I'm waiting for confirmations because the water is so high down on the Danube and on the Rhine. The biggest problem is, hold that thought. I have a child just enter the room.
Which one, Max or?
No, it's Evie, and she's
yes, high waters.
But I will say of all the river cruise lines that I work, they always find a great alternative. They do the best that they can, and these are situations that are out of everybody's control. When there's too much rain, you can't stop it. But every cruise line goes above and beyond to make sure that everybody still has a wonderful holiday.
And they don't cancel on people, so they still try to make sure, because people have flights booked, they have their times off, they want to go, so they still do that, and then they give them credits. I mean, they still, if they can't go to the place that they're supposed to go, they give them credits for a future journey. And so, I think when you're booking a river cruise, you're right. You never know what the situation is going to be. You don't know what the situation can be with any cruise or any travel. Could be hurricanes, could be wind, could be whatever. And, we're living in crazy weather times now. So you just have to adapt, but they kind of have plans. So where are you supposed to go tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow. Well, I was supposed to go to Nuremberg. I was supposed to have 4 in Nuremberg, but now Straubing and Regensburg seem to be the place du jour, which I can think of. Oh, darling, I'm doing a web.
I love Regensburg.
Hold on, Evie's leaving. Look.
Hi, Evie.
Bye.
Yes, this is the director's cut of Roundtable Talks.
Say again?
This is director's cut of Roundtable Talks. Well, she's going to be a director.
Residuals.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Bye, darling. Love you.
Yeah. I love Regensburg.
Oh, me too. Regensburg has the best Christmas market by far.
They do. Gloria tour de taxi.
Love Regensburg, and for me, Regensburg is one. It's like Passau. It's one of those places. No matter what time of year I go or who I'm with, I always have a great time
Yes.
in
Well,
Regensburg.
I think that's funny that you say that because um, for all the folks at home, Lindsay was here in Barcelona the other day and we went for a lovely breakfast.
Yes.
And while we were dining, I was struck by the fact that while Lindsay is indeed a wonderful entertainer, I think you have other talents that are hidden. You have been on all the ships. You have been all over the world. You would make a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous travel agent. And you know the
Well,
hidden spots. You go off the beaten path. You're like, you're like the travel whisperer.
I am. I'm a bit of a guru,
You
only
are.
because I mean, I know where the touristy places are, where we all like to congregate, but as you said, I go off the beaten track. I like to discover new things. Every time I go to Regensburg, I make sure I go to a different part of the town. Can I tell you my favorite story that happened to me while
Oh,
I was
please
off the
do.
beaten track?
Please do. Please do. Please do.
Right.
I
So
love your story.
years ago, when I first started on cruises, I was cruise director on Seabourn Cruise Line. This was back anyway. And used to go off and I was pretty adventurous and I'd find a taxi driver and I'd say, right, take me here, take me there. Anyway, one day we were in Penang in Malaysia
Uh-huh.
and I found this taxi driver, the sweetest, sweetest man. And I said, look, I don't want to go where our regular guests go. I said, they're on all tours anyway. I said,
Mhm.
I want you to take me to the place that you would go to eat that is the best on the island. And on my children's lives, he took me to his mother's house.
Oh, wow.
He took me
Wow.
to his mother's shack on the beach, and she made me a Malaysian lunch. And I
Oh,
sat there with him and his family talking, and the view was literally on the beach. It was like three houses, and some trees. That's all there was. I mean, I was pretty adventurous back then. And we were
well, you still
talking,
are,
we
but
were
I mean,
translating. Oh, it was fabulous. And I had to force money into this man's
yeah,
hand.
I believe it.
I had to force it into his hand. He said, no, you're a guest. I went, no, 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 no. I said, what you have given me today is something that cannot be repeated, or, this experience will stay with me for the rest of my life. And here I am over 20 years later, still telling the story and still thinking, oh, that food was
Exactly.
amazing.
And here it is. And this is exactly why we travel. It's exactly why we do what we do. And it's
Yeah.
exactly why I think that, singing is wonderful, but, you don't want to be ship hopping forever. So I think it would be a good idea for you to become a travel agent and work with me. What do you think?
Well, I have to say, as you are at least number 7.5 on my list of best things to do and see,
Oh, wait, see, I told you I was top 10, so I'm 7.5.
the half makes all the difference, Dave.
It does.
No, I think you're absolutely right. And I'm ready for a new challenge. I'm ready for a new adventure. And I'm ready to share not just I've shared my singing talents with probably millions of people, maybe at
Millions,
least hundreds of thousands.
at least.
I'm ready to share my experiences with people and my love of all these places and where to go and where to avoid and what to do and how to get the best out of your travel experience. I'm
And
ready for that. So
this
I
is,
say yes.
yes,
You
this
see
is
the
what
advert,
people
the back
want.
something. You say yes.
This is what people want. You can book with, I always joke to my clients. I always say, well, you can book with Bob in Cleveland, who's never left his little cubicle and couldn't tell you the difference between shipple and shithole. Or you can book with me because I can tell you the difference.
Yeah.
And I can tell you where the pharmacies are and where the cool restaurants are and what to avoid and where to go. And you're the same like me. And I bet you have lots and lots and lots of people in your world that would relish the idea of having you help them plan a fantastic vacation.
I would hope so. I hope they would like to, but I'm also, I'm also very good at saying, look, this is what I enjoy.
Mhm.
Tell me what you want from your experience, and I'll try and point you in the right direction to make sure that you have the vacation of a lifetime. Some people travel just because they like to travel, but some people are planning a really special occasion where
Exactly.
no travel experience is ever going to be perfect, but we'll get it as close as we can be to their and exceeding their expectations.
And truly nothing beats experience and having been there and
Nothing.
knowing, like, you know that things happen that are unplanned, that can be magical, like your
Yeah,
driver in Penang.
yeah, yeah,
You know that
absolutely.
things can happen that are unplanned, that are not so magical, which is why we always tell people to get travel insurance.
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. I've got insurance coming out of the wahoo,
Yeah,
for every scenario. But it's
you know
also
more than
it's
me.
also it's also giving people options as well.
Yes,
Just because everybody wants. I mean, to me, one of the most exciting things I've ever done is the Leaning Tower of Pisa blows me away every time I go. It's not one of those phenomenons where you just go and go, yeah, there is something magical about this thing that's like that. It's so stupid, isn't it? I mean, it's like the Italians just, well, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I
We don't.
have heard that the angle is a very important thing.
Yeah.
And I love all the pictures that people take when they're at the Eiffel Tower. There's some really crazy
Oh,
ones.
this one's,
Yeah.
yeah, and this one. But you know what? Those are memories that these people have. But I never get bored of it. There are places that I go to that I think, oh, I love it here because of this, or I find something. I always find something new. Always find in all these places,
I think that's
and I want to
important.
share that with people. I want to share my
I
experiences.
think that is a great idea. So I did a little, well, I did a little funny thing.
Oh,
I went to my web people. And oddly enough, because I was sitting here thinking about it the other night, and I was like, well, she's a diva, and it was all about cruises. And so I just went just on a hunch. Can you believe nobody had reserved the domain name cruisediva.com? So I reserved it for you.
shut up!
Yeah, so cruisediva.com and rivercruisediva.com. Both
Does
were
that
open. I have
does that
reserved them
mean
both for you, and that's going to be your new little venture. Cruisediva.com.
Merry Christmas to me, Merry Christmas to
Have
me,
I gone
Merry
up the list a little?
Christmas.
Did I crack six? Did I get to number six?
So close, so close.
And you know what? This has been so fun. I mean, we joked about it the other day about, oh, you should come on Roundtable. It's so much more fun to do it with someone, and you're at your table, I'm at my table.
I know,
We
I
should make
love
this
it.
a thing.
We
And
should do this.
we should make
I
this a thing.
I am so looking forward to working with you, and I'm so looking forward to sharing my experiences, and I'm so looking forward to being invited back to Barcelona.
Oh, what?
Uh, Sorry, you're cutting
Hey,
out.
he
Cutting
thinks
out.
he's coming back.
She's not leaving.
No, that's funny. So okay, so I had a good idea, yeah. It was a good
A
idea. I think it was a good idea.
brilliant idea. We will put this into practice, and
Let's do it.
you know, if anybody wants to ask Dave or through me, whatever, just throw the questions at me, and I'll do my best to answer them.
Well, all of Lindsay's world and friends, I'm gonna give her all the tools that she needs to offer Crackerjack awesome rates and special amenities, and we'll take you in at Oasis, and we will make you a superstar.
Ah,
Which you already are. I know, I know.
finally, I can stop doing this for Ava Peron, and I can start doing this because I'm with Dave.
Don't cry for me. Easter.
River Cruise Queen.
I know. Can you believe that? I mean, I was just astounded that
That's great.
those
I was
domains
surprised.
are
I'm
available.
surprised nobody's done that actually.
Cruise
So well,
Diva.
we got there first.
Yes, well, perfect. So, well, listen, love, I'm going to go and finish putting up my Christmas tree. Thank you for spending these moments that
It's my pleasure.
I never even got to ask you which cruise line has the best turkey, but you know what? It doesn't matter.
We'll save that for next time.
Exactly. So, all right, my love, have a wonderful
All right.
evening.
Take care, my
And
sweet. Thank you for your time.
we shall chat.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao. Bye.
Bye.